The US government versus an elite university. From the Oval Office to the ivy gates of Harvard, a high-stakes legal battle rages. Hello and welcome to Explained by NewsX. Today, we're diving into a high-profile battle shaking the core of American higher education. Harvard University, the Ivy League giant, is locked in a fierce standoff with the Trump administration. Frozen funds, visa crackdowns, campus protests, accusations of anti-Semitism and foreign collusion. Let's break it all down. Now, the fuse was lit with campus unrest in April 2024. Students across the United States pitched tents in their campus yards, demanding the severing of financial ties with Israel, ending partnership with Israeli institutions, and amnesty for protesters. Harvard too witnessed such encampments. From 24th April 2024 till 14th May 2024, student protesters pitched more than 30 camping tents at the Harvard yard. Now, over the course of the demonstration, speakers and organizers addressed encampment protesters and onlookers. Additionally, protesters wrapped in keffiyehs held signs in Arabic around the encampment and drawn Harvard statue. Alan Michael Garber, the president of Harvard University, called on those participating in the encampment to end the occupation of Harvard Yard. He penned a letter to the members of the Harvard community and stated that the continuation of the encampment presents a significant risk to the educational environment of the university. He emphasized that the right to free speech, including protest and dissent, is vital to the work of a research university, but it is not unlimited. It must be exercised in a time, place, and manner that respects the right of community members to do their work, pursue their education, and enjoy the opportunities that a residential campus has to offer. However, the environment on campus turned ugly. During and in the aftermath of the protests, some Jewish students reported feeling threatened, citing harassment and anti-Semitic slurs. Jewish organizations at large agreed that America's oldest, wealthiest, and most prestigious university was not taking anti-Semitism seriously enough. Harvard's leadership thus walked a tightrope, trying to protect free speech while ensuring campus safety. Now, amid all this, a fresh line of criticism cropped up. Politicians who complained about liberal teachings at ivory tower institutions saw an opportunity. Trump, in fact, he branded the protests anti-American and demanded that Harvard crack down hard. In fact, days into his second term, that is on 29th January this year, Donald Trump signed an executive order calling for tougher enforcement of government efforts against anti-Semitism. The standoff has only intensified since then. Trump has made threats of Harvard losing its tax-exempt status. He stressed that the educational institution is pushing political and ideological sickness. Now, the battle between Trump and Harvard has reached a boiling point. On 22nd May, the Secretary of the US Department of Homeland Security, Kristi Noem, dropped a bombshell. Harvard's ability to enroll international students was revoked. According to the order, Harvard was being held accountable for fostering violence, anti-Semitism, and coordinating with the Chinese Communist Party on its campus. The order emphasized that the university knowingly allowed anti-American pro-terrorist agitators to harass and physically assault individuals and obstruct its once venerable learning environment. Additionally, Kristi Noem claimed that it is a privilege, not a right, for universities to enroll foreign students and benefit from their higher tuition payments to help pad up their multi-billion-dollar endowments. The order itself put the future of more than 6,700 foreign students, that is 27% of Harvard's campus community, in jeopardy. Harvard promptly sued the Trump administration. They sued them in a federal court in Boston. Harvard stated that the US government's action violated the First Amendment and undermined Harvard's academic and research mission. The court, meanwhile, has provided temporary relief to Harvard by blocking the Trump administration's move. However, the saga does not end here. Trump has doubled down on his stance, and he went a step further to say that not just Harvard, but some other universities will have to change their ways too. This is a clear warning to other elite universities: toe the line or face the consequences. But the battle is not limited to visas. Earlier, the Trump administration froze a staggering $2.2 billion in federal grants to Harvard, citing the university's alleged failure to tackle anti-Semitism. Harvard branded this as a calculated move to control its curriculum and leadership. Trump has repeatedly raked up Harvard's $53 billion endowment. This is a financial juggernaut, larger than the GDP of some countries. The endowment is made up of 14,600 different funds. It is spread across stocks, private equity, and real estate. But here's the catch: much of it is illiquid, locked in long-term investments. And liquidating to offset the federal cuts, that's easier said than done. It is a slow, expensive process. Still, Harvard is taking no chances, borrowing $750 million to keep operations afloat. This is a clear sign that they're gearing up for a protracted war. Now, with Donald Trump's latest salvo, other top universities, whether Columbia, Yale, Stanford, they are all on high alert. So where exactly will this fight head next? That, of course, remains to be seen. But this is all we have for now. Stay tuned for more on NewsX.